Welcome to the random things we found around the house derby. Today's exciting race features Herschel versus Mr. Quack. Many contestants have tried, but all have failed to quell the speed of these two dynamic racers. It all comes down to this in today's championship round, featured in this week's action-packed installment of Boredom Busters. Let's tune in trackside for the final race.
Welcome to the championship race. We have Herschel versus Mr. Quack. You guys are probably a little confused right now, aren't you? Let's rewind back to the beginning. Welcome to Boredom Busters. Every week this summer, we are going to have a different lesson for you about how we should live our lives, about what God wants for us, about all sorts of things related to the Bible. And each week, we are going to have a different activity that goes along with that lesson that will help you with the boredom that might come from a summer that is so different than any other summer we've ever had. So today, we are talking about a new creation. What does it mean to be a new creation? We know that God created the whole world. He created everything in it. In 6 days, He created the sun, the moon, the stars, the plants, the people, the animals, everything that is on this earth, God created in just 6 days. But today we're not talking about just creation. We're talking about being a new creation. The Bible tells us in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17, that anyone who is in Christ has become a new creation. The old is gone and a new life has begun. This is telling us that when you ask Jesus into your heart and you ask Jesus to be your forever friend, then that old life of sin is gone. It's over. And a new life of living for Christ has begun. So what might that look like? A lot of people think that they have to give up everything they've ever loved. Well, I liked chocolate before. Does that mean I can't eat chocolate now because I'm a new creation? No, you're still going to like chocolate. I still love chocolate. I would be very sad if I had to give up my chocolate. But being a new creation means that even though you still love baseball, maybe before you played baseball for yourself. You loved baseball. It was all about you being the best and everybody looking at you and look at what I can do. But when we're a new creation in Christ, it becomes, look at this ability that God gave me. And everything that I do on that baseball field can be for Christ. That's what it means to be a new creation in Christ, to live your life. Everything you do, everything you say is for Him. And so today we want to make sure that you guys are living a new creation. Will you pray with me? Heavenly Father, it is so wonderful, all of the things that you have created in this world, the animals, the trees, the plants, the birds, everything that you have created. And Lord, I'm so thankful that we can be a new creation, that our sinful life can be over, it can be gone, and we get to live as a new creation in you. And Lord, I just pray that you will help us to live our lives for you every day and show the world the new creation that we can be. In Jesus' name, amen. So when my uncle was a little boy, he created a game. He didn't have a lot of stuff. So he took some little random things that he had in his house, and he had a dice. And what he would do is he would take the floorboards of his wooden floors, and each board was a different notch. So he would take these random objects and he would put them on the floor and he would roll the dice. And if it was a 3, they got to move 3 boards on the floor. And he would create races out of those. And what he would do is he would put charts together and he would have winners and losers and whole seasons of races with all of these random objects and just a die that he had in his bedroom. And he would spend all summer long playing this game that he created new out of all of these old random objects that he had in his house. So that's what we've been doing in my house this week. We have been playing this new creation of a game that my uncle invented over 60 years ago. And we've been having a lot of fun with it. So it is time for the championship race of our current category bracket, whatever you will call it. And so we are going to run this final race with you guys. I hope that's okay. But to get to that, I need a volunteer. I can't play this game by myself. So can I get a volunteer? Anybody at home that wants to volunteer for me? I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a volunteer. Welcome to the championship race. We have Herschel versus Mr. Quack. And I found my volunteer. Thank you, Casey, for volunteering.
Okay.
I say volunteer, but it's drag her down and make her do it. So, I am going to be Mr. Quack. And Casey is going to be Herschel. And Mr. Quack goes first because I get to go first. So, Mr. Quack gets a 5. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
2, 3, 4, 5. Winner! Mr. Quack is the champion! So we want you guys to make up your own games this week. We'd love to hear all about it. In addition to creating your own game, we have a few questions and devotion for you to do throughout the week as well. So we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
You were so promising.
Loser.
You tried so hard.